Hey everyone, and welcome to the Daily Dose. This week we're talking about a growth mindset. And today we're going to be talking about why can I not move on? About a year ago, I got into a disagreement with one of my very best friends. We had this huge falling out. We had both been through something pretty traumatic together, and we disagreed on how to handle it in the aftermath. And we had this huge falling out. We couldn't talk to each other. We didn't know how to be around each other. It was so painful. We both said things that hurt each other, truly without meaning to, but the hurt was still there. It was such an awful experience. As we worked through it, at one point, my friend said to me, "Listen, Maddie, I just don't even know if this is worth it to continue to talk or even try to work this out, because I'm afraid our relationship will never be the same. I'm afraid our relationship will never be the same." And I realized that I had the same fear. All this time in this moment, this traumatic event in the aftermath, I was just hoping that we could get back to the way things were. And I was afraid that that outcome would never be. Because you know what? I think that outcome could never be, just based on what we had been through together. So then what? Then what? We're stuck at this impasse and either rejecting each other and relationship with each other completely, or what's the other option if things can't be the way that they were? Well, if we take a look at what Jesus has to say about this, he really does encourage a growth mindset, a way to grow beyond our biggest fears or the biggest moments of impossibility in our lives. At one point in the gospel, Jesus says to his disciples, "You must forget yourself, pick up your cross, and follow me." So what does that mean? Forget yourself, pick up your cross, and follow me. Sometimes the trusting in Jesus is what can carry us through. For instance, with my dear friend, we're still working through our relationship. But we both are faithful people, and we both agreed that God would want us to be in relationship with one another. Our relationship mattered more than all that we had gone through. And trusting that God would be there with us as we meddled through the messiness, was more important than things getting back to the way they were. We had to let go of ourselves. Let go of the fear we were holding on to. Let go of all of that. Pick up our cross and follow Jesus. And you know what? Things have gotten better. And they continue to get better. And it's not just a one-time thing where we have to forget ourselves and pick up our cross and follow Jesus. In fact, every time that I interact with this friend, I am choosing to let go of myself, to let go of my fears, and to follow Jesus into relationship. Because Jesus shows that he had relationships with all kinds of people. He shows that loving God and loving your neighbors is the most important thing. And following Jesus is what I'm going to do. Thanks so much for joining us on the Daily Dose. So glad you could tune in. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that like and share button. Those of you watching on YouTube, subscribe and stay in touch with what we're doing at Calvary. And those of you watching on cable tonight, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.